Hi folks, today we're going to use the sine ratio. It's one of the three ratios: sine, cos and tan. So we've been practicing tan, so now we're going to do the same thing with sine. So our learning intentions are that we can write down the sine ratio, which is that sine of the angle x is equal to the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse, and that we can identify the opposite side and the hypotenuse in the diagram, and then substitute the numbers into the sine ratio and solve the equation to find the unknown. So most of the skills are the same as what you've been doing for tan, except you're using sine instead. Just a wee note, the full word sine has an E on the end, and then whenever we write it in the ratio, we shorten it, but we don't say sin, you still say sine. So sine x is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so I want you to copy this example into your jotter on using the sine ratio. So write down the ratio up at the top here. Sine of the angle is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Remember, this angle symbol that I've used is called theta, and we usually use it for just angles that we don't know. So here's an example. We've been given this triangle. We've been told this is the right angle, so directly opposite the right angle, the side that's 8.5 is the hypotenuse, so I've put an H there for hypotenuse. This is the angle that we've been given, 42, so opposite to that is that side there, which is called x, and the adjacent side down here we're not going to use in this example. So because for sine you only need the opposite side and the hypotenuse, we're going to write down sine. I've called it C because the 42 is at the vertex C on the triangle, is over h. Substitute in the numbers, so the angle's 42, the hypotenuse is 8.5, and the side that we're trying to work out, the opposite is called x. So that's our second line of working. Then just like we did with the tan ratio, we're going to multiply both sides by 8.5, and then we end up with 8.5 times sine 42 is equal to x, and then type this line into the calculator. I've made a little video of typing it in the calculator just to remind you. Some of you need to make sure that your calculator's in degrees mode, not rad or grad, otherwise it'll give you the wrong answer when you do this. So if you're struggling with keeping it in degrees mode, then just send me a picture of your calculator and I'll tell you how to do it. So when you type that in, you see you get 5.6876 blah blah blah. So we're rounding to one decimal place, so I've gone with 5.7, and it's centimetres because up here on the triangle the 8.5 is in centimetres. You should check that makes sense, because the hypotenuse should always be the longest side, so as long as it's less than 8.5, 5.7 makes sense that side there would be 5.7. Okay, second example then for you to copy is when we're working out the angle instead of the side. So this example 2, find the size of the angle marked theta in this triangle. So in this triangle we've been told this side is 6 and this is 7.1. So when you do a sketch of your triangle, mark on the numbers of the sides that you know and the angle, and then have a look. So there's the right angle, so directly opposite the right angle, hypotenuse. So put an H at that side for hypotenuse. There's the angle we're looking at. Directly opposite that angle is this side here, so put an O there for 6. And again, the adjacent would be this side, but we're not using the adjacent in this example. So sine of theta, because theta is what we're working out this time, so I've just had to keep it in the ratio. So sine of theta is the opposite, which is 6, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 7.1. Then we type in 6 divide by 7.1 to change it into a decimal, 0.845. The answer keeps going, so I've put ... And then again, if you remember, to get rid of the sign on this side, we have to do the opposite. The opposite of sine is called inverse sine, or sine minus 1. And to get that, you press the shift button on the calculator. So I'll show you me doing the calculation. So first of all, I'm typing in 6 divided by 7.1. And then changing that from a fraction to a decimal by pressing SD, and that's got me 0.845. I've just written down the first couple of digits and then pressed shift sign of my last answer, and that's got me 57.67, which I've rounded to 57.7. Okay, so to practice this, to practice the type like example 1, I need you to do in the 4+, the same textbook that we've been using these past few weeks, page 156, and it's questions 3, 6 and 7 of that exercise. Okay, so the exercise actually starts the page before. And then to practice some like example 2, finding the angle, it's on further on in the same exercise on page 157, question 9 and question 12. So if you practice both of those, then you'll be pretty confident with using the sine ratio.